Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Twinkle Stars. நாம் இந்த வீடியோவில் ஆண்ட்ரியா டெல் சர்ட்டோ அப்படிங்கிற போமில் உள்ள இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் 1 மார்க் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாமே பார்க்கலாம். வாங்க வீடியோக்குள்ளே போகலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின், who wrote Andrea del Sarto? The answer is Robert Browning. What is the subtitle of the poem? The Faultless Painter. What type of poem is Andrea del Sarto? The answer is dramatic monologue. Who is the speaker in the poem Andrea del Sarto? Who is Andrea del Sarto? An Italian Renaissance painter. Question number 6. To whom does Andrea speak? His wife Lucrezia. Next. What is Andrea's profession? Painter. Which literary period does Robert Browning belong to? The answer is Victorian period. What is the central theme of the poem? The answer is the conflict between perfection and inspiration. Question number 10. What is Andrea famous for? Technical perfection in painting. Why is Andrea called the faultless painter? The answer is because of his perfect technique. Which country is Andrea from? The answer is Italy. Which king invited Andrea to France? The answer is King Francis I of France. What literary device is mainly used in the poem? The answer is dramatic monologue. Who is considered Andrea's rival in art? The answer is Michelangelo. Name another great Renaissance painter mentioned in the poem. The answer is Raphael. Who is believed to have greater inspiration than Andrea? The answer is Michelangelo. What quality does Andrea lack? The answer is spiritual inspiration. What does Andrea admire in other artists? The answer is creative imagination. What prevents Andrea from becoming a great artist? Lack of ambition and inspiration. Question number 21. What does Andrea sacrifice for his wife? The answer is his artistic career. Next. What is Lucrezia mainly interested in? The answer is money. What emotion dominates Andrea's speech? The answer is regret. What is the setting of the poem? Andrea's home in Italy. Who is the silent listener in the poem? The answer is Lucrezia. What is the poem's tone? Reflective and melancholic. Which movement is associated with Andrea? The answer is Renaissance. What does Andrea compare art with? Human aspiration. Complete the quotation. But a man's reach should exceed his dash. The answer is grasp. Question number 30. Who said a man's reach should exceed his grasp? The answer is Andrea del Sarto. Question number 31. What does reach symbolize? The answer is ambition. What does grasp symbolize? Achievement. Which figure of speech is used in reach should exceed his grasp? The answer is metaphor. What is Andrea's greatest weakness? Lack of inner vision. Why is Andrea unhappy? He failed to achieve greatness. What kind of wife is Lucrezia portrayed as? Selfish and indifferent. What does Andrea long for? Love and appreciation. Which art does the poem focus on? Painting. Who appreciates Andrea's technical skill? The answer is art critics. What is missing in Andrea's paintings? Soul and inspiration. The poem mainly deals with which conflict, art versus life? What does Andrea blame for his failure? The answer is his love for Lucretia. What quality makes Michelangelo superior? The answer is inspiration. What does Andrea value more than fame? His wife. What is the poem's mood? The answer is sad and reflective. What does Andrea regret most? The answer is wasting his artistic potential. What is Browning's purpose in the poem? To explore human weakness. Who is called the faultless painter? The answer is Andrea Del Sarto. Which century did Andrea belong to? The answer is 16th century. Browning was a dash poet, Victorian. Andrea speaks throughout the poem to Lucretia. Lucretia's character represents materialism. Andrea values perfection over inspiration. Andrea envies dash. The answer is Michelangelo. Question number 55. Browning presents Andrea as a dash hero. The answer is tragic. Andrea believes love has affected his dash career. The poem is written mainly in dash verse. The answer is blank verse. Andrea's paintings are technically dash perfect. Browning was famous for dash. The answer is dramatic monologues. Andrea's greatest desire is recognition. Andrea is both successful and dash unfulfilled. The poem presents psychological dash conflict. Andrea's speech reveals his dash self-analysis. Who inspired Browning to write the poem? The answer is the historical painter Andrea Del Sarto. What does Andrea think heaven expects from man? The answer is higher aspiration. Andrea's technical skill is described as dash faultless. Which famous line expresses Browning's philosophy? A man's reach should exceed his grasp. Andrea chooses love over dash art. Lucretia's lover is waiting dash outside. The poem celebrates dash rather than mere perfection. The answer is creative genius. Andrea is admired for his dash technique. Andrea's greatest pain is his dash failure. Andrea's weakness is moral and dash spiritual. The poem is based on a dash figure. The answer is historical. Question number 75. Andrea's tragedy is internal rather than external. Question number 76. Andrea's wife does not appreciate his dash love. The poem ends with a sense of dash resignation. The message of the poem is that inspiration is greater than technical perfection. ஓகே, நாம் இந்த வீடியோவில் பார்த்த 1 மார்க் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு ரொம்பவே யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்திருக்கும் அப்படின்ட்டு நான் நம்புகிறேன். இதே மாதிரி இன்னொரு சூப்பரான வீடியோவில் நம்ம சீக்கிரமே சந்திக்கலாம். இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்து அப்படின்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், மறக்காமல் நம்மளுடைய ட்விங்கிள் ஸ்டார்ஸ் சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்யூ.